Welcome back to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel where we dive deep into smart financial habits, investing strategies, and everything you need to know to achieve lasting financial freedom. Today, we are going to talk about something Albert Einstein himself once called the most powerful force in the universe: compound interest. Now, I know what you're thinking, compound interest sounds like one of those boring textbook topics. But let me tell you something, if you truly understand how compound interest works, it can change your entire life. It can turn a modest income into a fortune, transform small habits into life-changing wealth, and give you financial freedom faster than almost anything else. So in this video, we are going to take a step-by-step journey. We'll break down exactly what compound interest is, how it works, why it's so powerful, and how you can harness it no matter where you're starting from. We'll explore real-life examples, stories of people who became wealthy by understanding this concept, and the mistakes that keep most people from benefiting from it. And by the end, you'll see why compound interest is not just about money, it's about mindset, patience, and building a future where money works for you instead of you working for money. Let's begin with the basics. What exactly is compound interest? At its core, compound interest is interest on top of interest. Unlike simple interest, where you only earn interest on the original amount you put in, compound interest allows your money to grow exponentially over time because you earn interest not just on your initial investment, but also on the interest that money has already earned. Imagine you invest $1,000 at a 10% annual return. After the first year, you'd earn $100 in interest, bringing your total to $1,100. In a simple interest system, year after year you'd keep earning just $100. But in compound interest, the second year you earn interest on $1,100, not just your original $1,000. That's $110 instead of $100. The next year, you earn interest on $1,210, and so on. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and faster the longer it rolls. That snowball effect is what makes compound interest so powerful. In the short term, it may not look very impressive. But given enough time, it becomes unstoppable. Here's a famous example often told in finance, the tale of two friends, Sarah and Mike. Sarah starts investing at age 25. She puts $200 a month into an investment account earning 8% annually, and she does this for just 10 years. At age 35, she stops contributing completely but leaves her money to grow. Mike, on the other hand, waits until age 35 to start investing. He invests the same $200 every month until he retires at 65. At retirement, who do you think has more money? Surprisingly, Sarah does. Even though she only contributed for 10 years, while Mike contributed for 30 years, Sarah ends up with more money because she gave her money more time to compound. That is the magic of starting early and letting time do the heavy lifting. Time is the key ingredient in compound interest. The longer your money is allowed to grow, the more powerful compounding becomes. That's why so many financial experts say the best time to start investing is today. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. Because every year you delay, you lose one of the most valuable assets you have, time. This is why compound interest is often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world. It rewards patience, consistency, and discipline. It doesn't care if you start with a little or a lot, it cares about how long you give it to work. Now let's talk about the practical side. How do you harness the power of compound interest? The first step is to invest regularly. It's not about dumping a huge lump sum all at once, it's about consistency. Investing small amounts every month is often more powerful than sporadic big contributions. This is where strategies like dollar cost averaging come in handy. By investing regularly, you smooth out market volatility and give your money the opportunity to grow steadily. The second step is to reinvest your earnings. This is crucial. If you take your interest out every year, you break the cycle of compounding. But if you reinvest it, your money compounds faster and faster. That's why dividend reinvestment plans, or DRIPs, are such powerful tools for long-term investors. The third step is to stay invested. Too many people sabotage themselves by pulling money out when markets get rough. Compound interest needs time to work. If you panic and sell at the wrong time, you cut off your snowball just as it's starting to gain speed. The key is to focus on the long-term picture and let compounding do its job. Let's take a real-life case. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, attributes most of his wealth not just to great investing strategies, but to time. He started investing as a child and let his wealth grow for decades. In fact, the vast majority of Buffett's fortune was built after he turned 60, not because he suddenly became a better investor, but because compounding had decades to work its magic. If you look at Buffett's wealth chart, it barely moves in his early years. But once compounding kicks in, it skyrockets. That's the exponential growth curve that compound interest creates. But here's the catch: just as compound interest can work for you, it can also work against you. Debt is compound interest in reverse. When you owe money on credit cards, the interest compounds just like it does on your investments, but instead of growing your wealth, it grows your debt. That's why people get trapped in credit card debt so easily. A small balance left unpaid can balloon into thousands of dollars in just a few years. So understanding compound interest is about more than just building wealth, it's about avoiding traps. Pay off high interest debt as quickly as possible, because that negative compounding will destroy your financial freedom. Let's zoom in on why compound interest feels almost invisible at first. In the early years, the growth is slow and easy to underestimate. You might invest for 5 years and think, this isn't doing much. But what you don't realize is that the real payoff comes later. Compound interest is backloaded, the biggest rewards come after decades of patience. Think of bamboo. For the first several years, it hardly grows above the ground. But underground, its roots are spreading deep and wide. Then suddenly, in just a few weeks, it shoots up several feet. Compound interest works the same way. In the beginning, you see little progress, but behind the scenes, the foundation is being built. And then one day, the growth takes off like a rocket. To put this into perspective, let's do some math. If you invest $10,000 at 8% annual returns, here's what happens. After 10 years, it grows to about $21,589. After 20 years, it grows to about $46,610. After 30 years, it grows to about $100,627. After 40 years, it grows to about $217,245. Notice how in the last 10 years, your investment grows by more than $116,000, more than all the growth in the first 30 years combined. That's exponential growth. That's the power of compound interest. But here's where most people go wrong. They underestimate the importance of starting early, they interrupt compounding by withdrawing money, or they saddle themselves with debt that compounds against them. The wealthy understand that compounding is not a trick, it's a law of money. It works relentlessly, whether for you or against you. So how can you put compound interest to work in your own life starting today? Step 1. Pay off high interest debt. Before you even start investing, eliminate the negative compounding that's draining your future. Step 2. Start investing consistently, even if it's just a small amount. Whether it's $50 a month or $500, what matters is that you start. Step 3. Reinvest your earnings. Don't cash out dividends, let them work for you. Step 4. Be patient. Let time do its job. Don't sabotage yourself by chasing short-term gains or panicking during downturns. Step 5. Educate yourself and stay disciplined. The more you understand how compounding works, the less likely you are to fall into traps or get discouraged in the early years. Final thoughts: compound interest is more than just a financial formula. It's a mindset. It teaches us patience, discipline, and the value of long-term thinking. It shows us that small, consistent actions can lead to extraordinary results over time. The reason most people miss out on the power of compounding is not because they don't have enough money. It's because they don't give their money enough time. They underestimate the slow beginning, and they give up before the exponential growth arrives. But the truth is, every single one of us has the ability to harness this force. You don't need a six-figure income. You don't need to be a financial genius. You just need consistency, patience, and the willingness to let time do the heavy lifting. And remember, compound interest doesn't only apply to money, it applies to habits, skills, and personal growth. The small things you do every day compound into the person you become. Just like your investments, your habits can either build your future or destroy it. So start today. Start small. Stay consistent. Let compound interest work for you instead of against you. Your future self will thank you. Thank you for watching Smart Dollar Mindset. If this video gave you a new perspective on money and the power of compounding, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. This channel is all about helping you achieve financial freedom with smart money habits and investing, and I can promise you there's a lot more powerful content coming your way.